If you're familiar with shows like Scream Queens, American Horror Story, or AHS for short, or American Horror Stories, which is more like a mini-series of AHS, then you've probably seen some episodes from The Beauty. I love these kind of shows, and although most seasons didn't hit the same, I looked forward to the airings when I was younger. Now, only recently did I realize that you can look up the director of a show or movie you like and watch their other productions. Like Ryan Murphy worked on Monster, that Ed Gein Netflix show, and AHS, Glee, and Scream Queens. And by the way, I really liked the Ed Gein series. It was a blank stopper for sure. Like, it was so captivating. So this show we'll be talking about today is The Beauty, and honestly, I've read some Reddit posts on what viewers thought before I started watching, and it was more negatively reviewed, but I decided to watch it anyways because I have time on my hands. I will say, the first 3 episodes are definitely slow, as we see Bella Hadid play a model who is incredibly thirsty, and then she's on the run, and then she like hits some people, and then she drinks some toilet water, and then she explodes. And I think we don't see her at all for the rest of the show. Mind you, I'm only like 5 episodes in. Also, I got spoiled that Ashton Kutcher is in the show because when I was on Reddit, some Redditors were saying that he's not like insanely attractive enough to play the CEO of the beauty injection company that turned you like hot, like literally and figuratively. That he's like, not hot enough, I guess. But I think he does play the role well enough. And also we have Evan Peters and Rebecca Hall, who play feds and are trying to crack the case of these weird events where people just randomly combust. We also follow Jeremy, who is a gamer living with his mother, doing, like gamer things. And anyways, he really wants to be hot because his whole life he's never really felt special, seen, or just wanted. So he makes a deal to have an intercourse with a woman who somehow has the ability to turn Jeremy into a heavenly looking king. And now, honestly, not much happened at this point until there's an assassin who needs to kind of clean up people because we can't have too many people exploding, or else, it gives the company bad luck. And because the company is run by Brian Frost, who is Ashton Kutcher, he is the richest man in the effing world, and he is trying to sell these beauty injections that turns you into the most perfect version in every way possible. And so we have Cooper and Jordan, and they hook up, but they're not a thing yet. So Jordan has like a one-night stand, and unfortunately for her, the guy she was with was a beautiful, in quotes, human. So she became one as well, as we later find out that it is transmitted through bodily fluids, blood, excrements from the sexual body parts, and maybe saliva. I don't know if that counts, but I feel like it would. And when I say like beautiful in quotes, it's because taken the like serum or injection or whatever, the bodily fluids, and have gone through this phase of cellular like reformation where now they're reborn as the beautiful version of them. Okay, moving on. The assassin tries to kill Jeremy because he's like beautiful, and ends up not doing so because he like really felt bad for him, like truly. We also have Meghan Trainor, who makes a cameo in the show where the scene is her friend explodes, and thus it infects everyone there who got blood splattered on them. We follow Cooper because he investigates and interrogates some of the people who were there, and they are now held captive for research and testing. And Cooper meets the beautiful version of Jordan. He doesn't believe it, and he finds out that Jordan must have slept with someone for this to happen because, as we know, it's transferred through bodily fluids. Now, we're on episode 5 where I'm up to, and so this is where we actually find out more about how this all began. There was a scientist who won Nobel Prizes and wanted to win another one, and so what's more insane than being able to look beautiful and perfect forever, This is like one of those rich people things that they want want in life. And I mean, it's kind of like immortality because you get to look like this forever as long as you get these monthly injections. Byron convinces his rich friends, and most of them are old, to get this injection with him because, it just sounds like too good to be true, not to try. Like, why not? They have all the money, they have time, might as well try this, and it seemed like it works. So they all go through this together and they get in the injection, and Byron actually kills the rest of his friends after they all turned beautiful together, and he kidnaps a scientist to work for him under a new company because Byron, he wants to make money off of this. He can sell this. And so they want to allow people to buy the injection to become beautiful and then be hooked on for life because they will need more dosages, kind of like a subscription, I guess. And I'm guessing they will explode if they don't get those injections. And it seems like there's the originator who gets the initial beauty serum injection, then they can pass it through bodily fluids, but like whoever they pass it to and that person onwards, they become beautiful in quotes and then explode, or they end up getting handled by the assassin. And that's it for what we have in the first 5 episodes. And some last thoughts. So this show and the process of becoming beautiful is very similar, if not the same, as how it happens in the movie The Substance, which is probably my favorite and least favorite movie ever to date because of the body horror. And honestly, the message is very similar. It really makes you think about how far you should not go to obtain beauty.